Not long after Xiao Yan advanced to the level of a 6-star Dou Saint, Lei Dong led a group of younger members of the Lei Clan into conflict with the Gu Clan's black submerged army. Lei Dong personally stepped forward and easily defeated Gu Qingyang and several other outstanding talents of the Gu Clan. Left with no better option, the Gu Clan asked Xiao Yan to intervene and resolve the situation. Gu Hua told Xiao Yan that Lei Dong had once visited the Gu Clan on behalf of the Lei Clan to ask for Xun'er's hand in marriage. At the time, the proposed union had received the approval of many elders, but the matter was eventually abandoned for reasons unknown. This immediately aroused Xiao Yan's curiosity. He agreed to step forward, eager to see just how capable this talented young man who had nearly taken Xun'er away from him truly was. In the end, Xiao Yan crushed more than a dozen disciples of the Lei Clan with overwhelming strength, including Lei Dong, who had reached the late stage of a 3-star Dou Saint. The speed at which the battle ended left everyone dumbfounded. In only a few short minutes, Lei Dong and his companions had all been effortlessly defeated by Xiao Yan. The soldiers of the black submerged army immediately erupted into thunderous cheers. Amid the deafening celebration, Lei Dong gritted his teeth and prepared to attack again. Before he could move, however, a booming laugh suddenly echoed across the training grounds like a clap of thunder. "Well done, young man of the Xiao clan. These juniors are indeed far inferior to you. However, watching your battle has made this old man's hands itch. Do you have the courage to receive one of my palm strikes?" Gu Qingyang, Xun'er, and the others immediately changed expressions upon hearing the voice. The notoriously battle-loving and fiercely protective clan leader of the Lei Clan had finally been unable to remain seated. Xiao Yan had defeated every member of the Lei Clan's younger generation by himself, leaving the entire clan humiliated. Lei Ying could no longer stand by and watch. Xiao Yan frowned slightly at this sudden turn of events. He had never expected a contest between members of the younger generation to draw the clan leader himself into the battle. As Xiao Yan considered the situation, Lei Ying's voice rang out once more. "Do not worry, young man of the Xiao clan. This old man will only use 50% of his strength. What do you say?" Faced with Lei Ying's relentless challenge, Xiao Yan took a deep breath before shouting in a deep voice, "Xiao Yan of the Xiao clan respectfully asks for guidance." Lei Ying burst into laughter. "Excellent! Such courage! You truly possess some of Xiao Xian's spirit." Gu Qingyang's expression darkened as he muttered unhappily, "What exactly is the Lei clan's leader trying to do? His seniority is far above Xiao Yan's, yet he still intends to attack personally." Everyone understood that Xiao Yan now stood at the very peak of the Dou Qi continent's younger generation. However, Lei Ying was an 8-star Dou Saint. Across the entire continent, only a handful of people were capable of defeating him. For someone of his standing to personally attack Xiao Yan was simply too dangerous. Xun'er spoke softly, concern evident in her voice. Brother Xiao Yan must have his own plan. He would never do something he had no confidence in. Although she was worried, she still had complete faith in Xiao Yan. She knew that he would never act recklessly. Since he had accepted the challenge, he must believe that he could withstand it. Lei Dong gave Xiao Yan a complicated look before silently retreating to the side. Even his strongest attack had failed to harm Xiao Yan in the slightest. That cruel reality had shown him just how enormous the gap between them truly was. Lei Yun and the others followed behind him with their heads lowered in dejection. Earlier, 10 of them had joined forces. Yet Xiao Yan had never once treated their attack seriously. His disregard had filled them with anger, but even more than that, it left them feeling powerless. Had Xiao Yan truly wished to kill them, a casual strike would have been enough to wipe them all out. Yet he had not done so. Perhaps he simply disdained the idea. A true expert would never concern himself with the provocations of the weak. Lei Yun thought bitterly that if they had not mocked Xun'er earlier, Xiao Yan might never have spared them a second glance. When Xiao Yan agreed to receive a strike containing half of Lei Ying's strength, Yan Jin, the leader of the Yan clan, looked down at him with a trace of surprise. So this is the young man from the Xiao clan. His courage truly does not lose to Xiao Xian's. Gu Yuan looked at Lei Ying and spoke calmly. "Lei Ying, given your status, it seems inappropriate for you to attack Xiao Yan personally." Lei Ying laughed heartily. "You know my temperament. When I fight someone, I do not care about age or seniority. I only care about ability. He lowered his gaze toward Xiao Yan and continued with a smile. However, since clan leader Gu Yuan has spoken, we can forget the matter if you believe it is too dangerous. Contrary to everyone's expectations, Xiao Yan did not seize the opportunity to withdraw. Instead, he smiled and said, I have long heard of clan leader Lei Ying's great reputation. It would be an honor for a junior like me to exchange a move with you today. Lei Ying was an 8-star Dou Saint. Even 50% of his strength would be enough to leave an ordinary 7-star Dou Saint struggling desperately. Xiao Yan had already reached the middle stage of a 6-star Dou Saint. With the aid of his hidden techniques, his combat strength was comparable to that of a 7-star Dou Saint. Therefore, it was not entirely impossible for him to withstand a single palm strike containing half of Lei Ying's power. Xiao Yan's response once again astonished the surrounding crowd. Even Lei Ying could not help laughing. Good. Young man, you are becoming more and more pleasing to this old man. Seeing that Xiao Yan had made up his mind, Gu Yuan merely smiled and said nothing more. Lei Ying slowly descended from the sky. Black lightning curled around his body, and a terrifying aura quietly spread across the training grounds. The people gathered around the arena instinctively retreated. Xiao Yan stared solemnly at Lei Ying. With a thought, literally rapidly fused with his soul, pink flames immediately seeped out of his body. Facing such a formidable opponent, Xiao Yan activated the destruction flame body without hesitation. Yan Jin stared at him with a grave expression. With only a glance, he sensed the various powers fused within those pink flames. They contained the presence of 6 different heavenly flames. Yan Jin was inwardly astonished. He understood better than most how difficult it was to merge heavenly flames. Merely combining 2 of them had exhausted all his strength and concentration. The thought of fusing 6 heavenly flames was something he had never even dared to imagine. Countless gazes gathered on Xiao Yan. When they saw his body suddenly transform into something resembling flowing flame, many people displayed expressions of surprise. However, when they sensed his aura rising at a terrifying speed, their surprise quickly turned into shock. Lei Dong, who had fought him only moments earlier, shook his head with a bitter smile. So Xiao Yan had still been holding back against him. Yan Jin murmured, with an aura like this, his strength has likely reached the level of an early-stage 7-star Dou Saint. That young man has truly brought the power of the heavenly flames to its absolute limit. Xiao Yan felt the destructive force within his body roaring like an erupting volcano. A surge of pride rose within his heart, and he threw his head back with a loud laugh. Clan leader Lei Ying, try receiving one of my attacks. His figure vanished. In the next instant, he appeared directly before Lei Ying and thrust out his palm. Faced with an expert as powerful as Lei Ying, Xiao Yan had actually dared to attack first. The sight left many people staring in disbelief. As Xiao Yan's palm swept forward, flames rapidly gathered at its center. In the blink of an eye, they condensed into an exquisite 6-colored fire lotus. A destructive fluctuation that seemed impossible to restrain suddenly spread outward, causing both Yan Jin and Gu Yuan to narrow their eyes. Gu Dao, one of the Gu clan's 3 immortals, stared solemnly at the fire lotus in Xiao Yan's hand. Even he could sense an intense feeling of danger emanating from it. The appearance of the fire lotus shocked the entire gathering. Even Lei Ying's expression changed slightly. Instead of becoming alarmed, however, he appeared even more interested. With a loud laugh, he declared, "Then try my Lei Clan's lightning calamity palm." His large hand suddenly clenched. Lightning flashed and thunder roared within his palm, making it resemble a thundercloud that had been compressed countless times. A moment later, a lightning palm seal no larger than half a hand erupted from his palm. Under the gazes of everyone present, the lightning palm collided violently with Xiao Yan's fire lotus. A heaven-shaking explosion instantly reverberated throughout the entire ancient realm. A terrifying energy storm swept outward with unstoppable force, covering the sky and earth. The oncoming shock wave sent Xiao Yan flying backward for several hundred feet. Lei Ying, who remained in the sky, was also forced to take several steps back. When the crowd saw that Xiao Yan had been pushed such a great distance but had suffered no serious injuries, cries of astonishment erupted everywhere. Lei Dong and the other members of the Lei clan drew in sharp breaths. The lightning calamity palm was a rare high-level heaven-class Dou skill of the Lei clan. When personally executed by Lei Ying, its power was enough to easily annihilate every living creature within a 1,000-mile radius. Yet that terrifying strike had only forced Xiao Yan backward. While everyone was still overwhelmed by shock, Gu Yuan waved his sleeve. The surrounding space immediately collapsed, and a gigantic black hole appeared. In a single gulp, it swallowed the violent energy storm in its entirety. Gu Yuan smiled faintly. Lei Ying, that lightning calamity palm contained more than 50% of your strength. Lei Ying was not embarrassed after being exposed. Instead, he laughed openly. That attack was truly satisfying. Excellent, young man. As expected of a descendant of Xiao Xian. Xiao Yan could only smile bitterly. Both of his arms were now almost completely numb. He could not even raise his hands to offer a respectful salute. Under the reverent gazes surrounding him, he could only shake his head helplessly. Gu Yuan smiled softly before suddenly lifting his head toward an empty region of space. His voice remained calm, yet it resounded like thunder. Hun Tiandi, given your status, why bother hiding in the shadows? Everyone present, including Xiao Yan, felt their scalps go numb. Xiao Yan slowly clenched his fists. Was the true culprit behind the Xiao clan's near extermination finally about to reveal himself? The Gu clan's 3 immortals shot into the sky almost simultaneously. The entire Gu clan immediately entered a state of alert. Streams of light flew out from the vast mountain range as every powerful expert of the Gu clan appeared. Yan Jin and Lei Ying also became solemn. Their bodies flashed, and they appeared beside Gu Yuan, staring toward the empty space he had addressed. Despite their strength, neither of them could detect the slightest disturbance. Their vigilance immediately rose to its highest level. Even experts as powerful as they were deeply wary of the leader of the Hun clan. Ripples suddenly spread across the empty space. A soft laugh slowly emerged from within. Gu Yuan, after so many years, your perception is still as sharp as ever. A figure stepped leisurely out of the spatial distortion and appeared before everyone's eyes. The man who emerged from the spatial vortex wore pale gray robes. He appeared to be around 30 years old and possessed a handsome, refined face. His bright eyes seemed capable of seeing directly into the hearts of others. At first glance, he gave off an elegant and scholarly impression. Had he been holding a book in his hands, he would have looked no different from an ordinary learned gentleman.